Hello, good morning, dear children. See, chapter 6. We are going to learn chapter 6, The Making of a Scientist, from your book, The Footprints Without Feet. So, children, the writer of this chapter is Robert W. Peterson. Let's see a brief description about Robert W. Peterson. As it is given here, you can read it by yourself. Just I am giving a brief description, detailing it in short. Actually, he was an American newspaper writer who later became a freelance author of magazine articles and books, especially on the topics of sports and scouting. Freelance means self-employed, a person who is free to do any work of his own, like it may be of 1 month, maybe of 2 months, maybe 1 year, maybe of 2 years. He is not regularly paid for, so he was a freelance writer. So now moving to the chapter. Now see the title, The Making of a Scientist. What is this title about? So this title is about a famous scientist, Richard High Albright. You can see given Richard High Albright. He is a famous scientist. So the title is, what were all the qualities of the scientist Albright that made him a famous scientist? The making of a scientist. What all quality made him a scientist? Let's know about Richard Albright. Richard Albright, as it is given here, has received the Searle Scholar Award and the Scaring Plug Award for biochemistry and molecular biology. It was his fascination for butterflies that opened the world of science. The story is about Richard High Albright, who grew up in the town of Reading in Pennsylvania, USA. As he did not have much to do there, collecting things was his hobby. So he used to collect butterflies as a child in kindergarten. You know, children, what is kindergarten? A school for very young children about 3 to 5 years old. This Richard Albright is also an American educator, biologist, and scientist. He is a professor at Rutgers University. So children, you have to come to know about this famous scientist at educator, biologist, scientist and professor too. So many qualities are there. So let's see what all qualities made him a scientist now. Let's begin the chapter. I am starting page number 32. First, before that, two questions are given. How did a book become a turning point in Richard Albright's life? See, book, which book it has been mentioned in this chapter? It was the book given by Albright's mother. In order to develop his curiosity in learning, his mother gave the book. The name of the book was The Travels of Monarch X. Travels of Monarch X. What is Monarch X? Monarch is a kind of a large migratory orange and black colored butterfly that occurs mainly in North America. So the name of the book was The Travels of Monarch, and when mother gave this book to Albright, it opened the world of science, and he took more interest in monarch butterflies. And that book was the turning point in his life. Second question is, how did his mother help him? So that we will come to know when I will detail the chapter. His mother encouraged, guided, helped, supported in many ways by giving him many useful things, equipments, whatever were required for his studies, for his learning. Now let's start the chapter. You can see at the age of 22, see Richard High Ebright along with his roommate. But before that, you can see a former scout of the year. What do you mean by former, children? Former meaning having previously been a particular thing. Previously, Scout of the Year means a member of the Scout Association or a similar organization. So when Richard Ebright in his childhood, he was a member of the Scout Association in his childhood. That's why it is given previously a member of the Scout Association. Now he is 22 years old. At the age of 22, not now, but at the age of 22, he did something extraordinary. But this Ebright was also previously a member of the Scout Association. But at the age of 22, he excited the scientific world. See, he excited, surprised the world at the young age of 22. You know, children, why he surprised the world? When his roommate and Richard explained the theory on how cells work. Cells, you know, you have studied in biology also, the structural and functional unit of life. So, he also, along with his roommate, explained the theory on how cells work in a science journal, in a science newspaper, published in the Proceedings. What do you mean by Proceedings? Published report. Proceedings meaning published report of the National Academy of Science. So, it was a science journal. Now children, this valuable magazine, which magazine? The National Academy of Science, had published the work of college students for the first time. You can see in the second paragraph. So this magazine has published students, college students for the first time, and that was a great achievement. So for Richard Ebright, it was one of the many achievements that he achieved later in his life, as it is given that Ebright achieved many goals, many achievements, great achievement in his later years of his life, but getting a great achievement at the age of 22 and his theory being published in the newspaper was a great achievement for him. Now it's also given in a sports, when we play games or even in a sports, what happen, you know, it would be like making the big leagues at the age of 15. Now what do you mean by making the big leagues? Actually it means group of sports, clubs or teams playing matches among themselves. We can say championship. So playing matches among many groups and then becoming a winner, getting a championship. The writer has compared the success, the happiness of Richard H. Ebright, that he too hit the league, he too hit a home run among all the big leagues at the age of 15. So very at early stage he hit a home run. You know children, what do you mean by hit a home run? If you hit a home run, you do something that is very successful. Okay, actually this word is used in the sense of baseball. See, in a baseball, when a batter hits a home run, they hit the ball a very long way so that they are able to run around all the bases and score a run before the other team gets the ball. And actually it is used here in the sense of comparing. So, getting a paper published at the age of 15 in a scientific journal is compared to getting or scoring a home run. It means it was a great something that was very, very successful, a great achievement in the life of Richard Ebright. Now see the next third paragraph. Richard says that all this curiosity, all this driving curiosity. What do you mean by driving curiosity? Having a strong curiosity started with butterflies. Okay, children? So it was in the long line of achievements in science and other fields. He started with butterflies. Now coming to the next paragraph, Ebright grew up in Pennsylvania and was the only child of his parents. He could have not done much there as there were very less people living there. So in Pennsylvania, there were no companion, no friends, there were no very less people living there. So he says that he could only do one thing alone, and that was collecting things, as he had no friends to play football or baseball with. So for Ebright, there were no friends to play with him, to play football or baseball. So how could he entertain himself? So he started collecting. He had begun collecting butterflies. Not only butterflies, children, even rocks, even fossils. Fossils, prehistoric remains or impression of prehistoric plants or animals. Coins from the time when he was in kindergarten. Kindergarten means a school for very young children, about 3 to 5. We can also say very at the age of 2 or 3 years. Since childhood, he developed this curiosity since childhood, because he did not have any class fellows, or not class fellow, any nearby people, neighbors, no friends to play with him, to join with him. So he felt alone. So he occupied his loneliness by collecting all these fossils, rocks, butterflies, etc. at the very early stage when he was in kindergarten. He also used to keep on staring, looking fixedly at the stars, and sometimes the whole night, as he was interested in studying astronomy. And astronomy, astronomer, who is an astronomer? An expert in astronomy or a student of astronomy related with the universe, stars, sun, planets, etc. Now we are moving on to page number 33, children. We can see from the first he had a driving curiosity. So he had a very strong desire to know or to learn, driving curiosity, to learn new things, and had a sharp mind too. His mother used to encourage, help, support him to learn. She used to take him on learning trips. You know why? To develop his curiosity. So mother had played a vital role in shaping and molding the life of Ebright. See, she developed curiosity in what way? Taking him to trips. Even she used to buy him telescopes, you can see, microscopes, cameras, mounting materials, and other necessary items for a particular purpose, other equipments that would help him in learning new things. His mother, coming to the next paragraph, his mother was his only friend, only companion, unless and until he went to school. So see, after going to school, you start making friends with your classmates. But till then, his mother was the only companion for him. After he started going to school, his mother used to stay together at night, and they used to do and learn things together. So both mother and son used to sit together and learn things. Ebright, who was nicknamed, you can see here lovingly, see, Ebright's mother lovingly called him Richie. So he was nicknamed by his mother was Richie, was her whole life and support system after his father died when he was in a third grade. So when he was learning in class 3, when Ebright was in class 3, his father died. So his mother was one and only support system for him. Richie was a very curious child right from his childhood. Okay, children? Next para, they used to spend most of the evenings together. If he did not have anything to do, his mother would find him some task for learning. So, whenever Ebright felt that he had nothing to do, mother developed his curiosity and sometimes she would find him some task, some work for learning. He used to like the learning work that his mother used to give him, as that was what he wanted to do, learn about more and more new things. He was a bright student. Okay, children, as he used to score goal, you can come to the next paragraph here. So he was a very bright child from his childhood itself. So as he used to score good in class and also was regular in his daily work, daily task, by the time he was in class 2, as it is given second grade. So class 2, he had collected all the 25 species of butterflies that were found in his neighborhood. That is in his hometown. See children, when did he start collecting butterflies? He started collecting butterflies since his childhood, when he was in kindergarten, when he was about 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, about 2 or 3 years old. So he collected when he was in kindergarten, but when he was in class 2, he had collected 25 species of butterflies. He thought that it would have been the end of his butterfly collection. Actually, he thought that he has collected, you can see so many butterflies are given in your book also. You can see the variety of, these are all the species of butterflies. Like a variegated means having lines of different colors. You can see crescent meaning having the shape of half moon, hackberry. Well, these all are all the variety of species of butterflies. So he had collected 25 species of butterfly. He felt that it is the end of collecting his butterflies, but he felt that it was his end if his mother would have not got him a children's book called The Travels of Monarch X. In the beginning I have given you children monarch. What is monarch? Monarch is a butterfly, a large migratory orange and black colored butterfly that especially occurs mainly in North America. So this was the children book Travels of Monarch, which mother gave him, and this book told how the monarch butterflies migrated to Central America. Migrating means seasonal movement. It is seasonal movement from one place to another. So migrated to Central America, which was the turning point for Ebright, as it turned his curiosity towards science. So this book became the turning point in his life, because with the help of this book, The Travels of Monarch, he got lots of information about the monarch butterflies which migrated to Central America, and that opened and developed his curiosity towards science. So children, I have finished page number 32 and 33. Next we will have the page numbers 34 and 35 in the next video. Till then children, bye. Thank you all.